Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4, or chapter 4, shall I say. I hate to start off with some bad news, but, I had to share this. The news is that there's no special guest, so you have to listen to me talk for 35 minutes. That is the bad news. All jokes aside, this is an episode about my favorite things. Why does that look like that? Okay, whatever. Very professional here. It's been a wild kind of week for me. A good wild week. I was at my family's for a little bit. They wanted to go up there and celebrate my cousin's birthday and go shopping for them. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see them, but I hope they had a good time. I had to leave early the day they came up because I had to go to work, which sucked. But actually, it didn't suck. Literally, me and my coworker were watching Happy Gilmore for like half the time. So, speaking of Happy Gilmore, I've seen the second movie 5 times, and it came out 3 days ago. It's an addiction. Everyone hates it, but I love it. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I really like it, and I'm probably gonna watch it again tonight for like the 6th time. So I'll let you end up knowing how that ends up. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things right now is just the Happy Gilmore series. I've always liked Happy Gilmore, but like since the second movie's come out, it's been back and forth between the first and the second one. But yeah. Sorry if I scared you on saying bad news. There's no bad news. Well, maybe for you, but it's just me talking. We'll get more guests here for sure, but for now, it's me talking again. I know you missed it so much, but for sure, yeah, this is gonna be long, but hang with me. This could be entertaining, or also could be the worst thing you've ever watched. Let's see. I don't remember what time it is. I think it's like 1 o'clock. I woke up at like 11 by accident. I went to bed at 1, and I was like tired, and I fell back asleep at like 10, and then I realized it was like 11. I was like, oh, that's not good. Maybe you can see it on the screen. Maybe the lighting's not good, but I am sunburnt as crap. I went to it was like a wrestling show. It was called CIW. I think it's like, I don't remember what it stands for, but it was this really fun show. And I got in a couple fights with a couple of the wrestlers. One of the women's champion, I forget her name, but she was wearing pink. I yelled, "Pink sucks." And then she goes, "Shut up." It was this whole argument. I kept arguing with this one guy. It was fun because they'd interact with the fans, and I'd just like yell at them the whole time, and they'd tell me to shut up. It was a good time. But then after I was like getting food, one of the wrestlers came out, and I had the same outfit on because like I stayed there all day. He came out and like looked at me, and he was giving me like the stink eyes. He was letting me know that he remembered me, and I think he was gonna give me like a wet willy or something. It was weird, but it was this dude with like a beard and long hair. He was scary, but yeah, he remembered me pretty well. But also, I got to see a tribute band for my favorite country artist of all time, Eric Church. The band was really good and sounded just like him, the lead singer. He pointed me out. I was, singing my soul out like I always do. I wasn't as loud, but he's like, this kid knows all the lyrics to every Eric Church song, apparently. He, like, pointed me out. That was pretty cool. But that's what I did yesterday. Then I had to go to work, but that was, like, for, like, 2 hours. So, yeah. It's been a fun, wild week, Pretty much just watching Happy Gilmore 2 every single day of my life. It's legit been every single day. I think I've watched it. So I watched it twice the first day. I watched it twice the second day. And yesterday I watched it once. But it's probably gonna be once again tonight. It's an addiction, but yeah, this is about like my favorite things. That's all of my favorite stuff right now. As you can see here, I'm wearing camo and stuff. I like country music a lot. It started about a year and a half ago now. I don't know why, but I just randomly started listening to it, and I love it now. It's my life. Actually wearing my Post Malone shirt. I got that at Walmart. It was cheap as crap, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I do this thing called Camo Monday. You can't see it because I'm sitting down, but I wear camo. I got these camo pants. I think I got them at TJ Maxx. I wear them every Monday, and I think it's been every Monday for like 2 months straight now that I've worn them. It's just a tradition, random tradition. I guess I could say I took a little inspiration from my friend. He wore the same player's jersey every Monday. He had it going for a long time, but yeah. But I've been doing that for a while. My favorite country artist, I before I filmed this, I kind of thought of the big five. So Eric Church is my favorite of all time. Morgan Wallen's kind of my current favorite. I like Megan Moroney a lot. Once again, mentioning her. This is the 4th episode mentioning her. Ben, I told you I would mention her every episode. We're gonna keep it going. It could be totally off topic, and I'll still say her name. But so that's the big 3. Then I really like Zach Top a lot. His old fashioned stuff I usually wouldn't like, but I actually really do. It's like addicting. I'm trying to get the stash like he has. I also like Luke Combs a lot. He's probably number 5. I'd say him. There's a lot of artists I like, but those are probably the big 5. I listen to like a whole mixture. Like 1 second I'll be listening to Morgan Wallen, then it flips to like Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn, and it's like it's random. But like before country music, I was a big old school music fan. I never liked rap music from this era, just not my thing. Like I always liked like 80s music, like Michael Jackson, he was my all-time favorite. Yes, I know what he did, but I still loved his music. I mean, who doesn't love Michael Jackson's music? It's like a harmony, bro. But yeah. And my rap music was like 90s hip hop, like Biggie Smalls. I really like Eminem. I saw Nelly in concert, so those are like my big 3 favorites. You gotta like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Big Outkast fan too. I like them a lot. As you can see, I kind of changed genres a little bit, but I still go back sometimes. I also really like rock music from like the 80s and 90s. I like Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, the basic easy ones. Like music wasn't really a big part of my life. Like I'd barely listen to it, but when I did, it was that stuff. Now it's like a big part of my life because, you can see it's changed my personality quite a bit. Let's see. I'm trying to like go in order and make things like, I've been to a couple concerts now because of it. I was never at I guess Nelly doesn't count, but like they were selling cowboy hats there, so I bought one. I still wear it all the time, but my cousin Clark, he has commented quite a bit. I forgot to mention this. Let's see, I'll think of his comments. He said, I think the first comment was like, can we get tips on how to grow a glorious mustache, which I'm pretty sure he could grow in 5 seconds, but I got no tips. You just get older and get hair on your face. Yeah. He said, can we get tips on dating advice? I'm not the guy, man. I haven't dated someone since like 7th grade. I guess just treat them well and make them happy, and find someone that like cares about you too. Like you don't just have to care about them; they have to care about you too. Someone who you can relate to, and yeah. And he also said, "Can we get a cover of "Bless Your Heart" by Megan Moroney?" My favorite Megan Moroney song. I kind of did one, there we go, mentioning her again. But I kind of did one at the concert. If you watch the video on Snap, well, I'm not gonna show it here because it's gonna hurt your ears a little bit. But if we get 50 subscribers, I'm at like 33. We hit 50, I'll do a cover of "Bless Your Heart" just randomly in an episode. We'll do it. You know what? I'm an awful singer, but I will do my best. But we'll do it. You know what? Just because it's my cousin, I love him to death. He's a goofball, but we'll ignore that part. Let's see. I said, like, before, I'd probably mention some favorite stuff, so I was like, yeah, I'll do a favorite episode. You can see all the wrestlers behind me. I'm a huge wrestling fan, the biggest in the world, I like to think. I think my opinions are a little more valid than some of the wrestling fans out there, but I'm probably not the biggest in the world. I've only watched it for like 5 years. Like, people like my dad have watched it since the 80s. But, like, I know everything about wrestling. I know every era, you know. There's stuff I don't know, but, like, I watch WWE, AEW, TNA. I watch it all. You know, it's just an addiction. I'm also a big football fan. Cleveland Browns. My life sucks. I've mentioned it before. I was put in the worst team family ever. The Cavaliers won championship ever. The Guardians haven't won the World Series since 1948. So, you know, I suffer every single day of my life and depression. That's a joke too, but let's see. The Buckeyes, you know, they just won the national championship. That was pretty awesome. UNC basketball, they're always decent, except for this year. We don't talk about it. They suck. How do you lose to Ole Miss basketball? Whatever. Yeah, big sports and wrestling guy. Football used to be my number one, but honestly, like, wrestling's moved way up there to number one without a doubt. I'll be watching Monday Night Raw tonight. SummerSlam is this weekend, which is the most mind-blowing thing ever. It's a first ever two-night SummerSlam. It's in New Jersey. It's going to be a big deal. I'm not going, unfortunately, but there's like my boy John Cena. Speaking of my favorite wrestler of all time, John Cena, is defending the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes in the Night 2 main event. Scariest thing ever, because Cody's probably going to win, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep. But I guess Jelly Roll's wrestling. I love Jelly Roll. Big fan of him, too. He's wrestling this weekend, I guess. He's teaming with Randy Orton against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Apparently, McIntyre's having, like, flight issues because he doesn't have a passport in London, so he might not even be there, but I don't know. It's this crazy situation, but yeah, it's like going to be a wild next week for me. I'm going up to my grandparents for my birthday. My birthday is next week, which is the craziest thing because it felt like I just got out of school and it's almost the end of summer. But I'm excited for my new school that I'm going to be at. But it's wild stuff because, like, my birthday is next week. It hasn't even hit. It's a week from Wednesday. It hasn't even hit me yet. So I guess I'm going to a couple concerts, maybe one or two. I'm trying to think here. I'm going to a concert the day after my birthday, and I might be going before. I'm seeing Tyler Hubbard for sure. Florida Georgia Line, please get back together. I don't know why they aren't. I'm going to Dave & Buster's for my birthday, I guess. That'll be, I love Dave & Buster's. That'll be fun. I'm doing a couple things. But yeah, this weekend, SummerSlam, then my birthday. School's coming back soon. Sorry to say the S word. It's wild stuff, but I got a couple things before it, and I'm going to spend the rest of this summer that's already been great enough enjoying the rest of it, But yeah, it's been wild. It's been a good summer. I've been to concerts, baseball games. I've been to anything you can probably name. If I told you earlier, CIW I went to yesterday. If you go on YouTube and find me, let me know, because they were recording and I was yelling at them pretty much the whole time. So yeah, I guess I'll talk about my favorite video games. That I said I'll probably talk about that sometime. I've been playing a lot of college football since that came out, but we don't talk about it because I throw my controller at the wall every single day because I had a dynasty going with North Carolina, and for 3 straight years we had the same record. It was like 8-4. We lost to like every ranked opponent. We had great seasons, and then bang. So I just decided to fully give up. Now I don't even know what Dynasty I'm on anymore because I haven't played in a while. But I also play 2K and Madden and MLB The Show. I play, all sports. I play wrestling games too. WWE 2K is kind of just boring this year, but I've played it recently because new people have come out and stuff, but it's kind of boring. But my favorite, I'll talk about my favorite games of all time. That would probably, I have a lot of favorite games. Like, I played NCAA 13 a lot. My first NBA 2K was NBA 2K11 with Jordan on the cover. Nostalgia, freaking loved that game. I played that every day for like 2 years straight. My favorite Madden, I always like Madden 11. My favorite MLB The Show would be 21, everyone's favorite. That game was beautiful. I think I named all the games, but my favorite WWE game would be 2K23. That's because I spent like $150 on like the biggest version to get every character and all the stuff. But it was an epic game. The roster was great, and just the graphics were insane. That was actually. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say that was the first game back. The first game back, they had to delay it due to COVID because they had 2K20, and then they didn't do 21, but then they did 22. 22 was also really good. I played some good games, as I've said. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played a lot of video games in a while just because they're not always fun, but when a new one comes out, I'll be grinding it. Trying to think. I'm gonna go back to wrestling for a bit. My favorite wrestlers all time. My top three, probably Cena. Well, obviously Cena won. Randy Orton's always been number 2 for me. RKO, he's awesome. I guess I used to like Stone Cold a lot, but I can't put him in my list because I didn't grow up watching him. I'd probably put Bray Wyatt up there. That passing really hit me hard. It still does. He passed away. He was really young. I think it was like 36. It was a couple months there got me. Yeah, my favorite match is probably Stone Cold and The Rock, WrestleMania 17. I love that match. I like Ilya Dragunov versus Walter, NXT TakeOver 36, I think. Don't quote me on that. I got a lot of favorite matches. Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank 2011. I just started getting into TNA. I just watched Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels. That match was stupid. Like, stupid good. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of TNA just because I got the TNA Plus yearly subscription for the first time, so you can go on and watch all the matches. I'll probably try and watch one later, but yeah. Let's go to my favorite movies. Back to the Future 2 is my all-time favorite, and yes, the second one. I just always liked the plot of it, and I think it was better than the first one, which, people don't like that opinion a lot, but, they suck. I mean, no, they don't suck. That's not nice, but, I guess I always like Top Gun Maverick more, too. Oh, that's probably even more controversial. I like the second Top Gun better than the first one. I like Karate Kid. My all-time favorite TV show is Cobra Kai. If you know me, you just know that. You don't even have to know. Well, you don't even have to be friends with me. You just have to know my name to know Cobra Kai is literally my favorite show ever. I've mentioned it before. I met Stingray from there. Like, it's an obsession. Hopefully one day I can meet Johnny Lawrence, the greatest character in the history of television. Daniel Russo, I hate him. He sucks. But I would like to meet Ralph Macchio. He seems like a great actor. I'm just not a Daniel fan. But, yeah. I think I've gone over a lot of stuff, but I'm just going in random order. I guess I try to stay in order, but Let's go to my favorite drinks of all time. This is like gonna be like a hard list for me. I like Mountain Dew, Sprite is, and lemonade. I guess you could say are my three favorites. I would like Arnold Palmer's. I like Sunny D. Very healthy drinks. Oh wait, my all-time favorite drink, Propel. That would be probably number one. I drink like 50 of those a day. Yeah. My mom's like, I'm not going to buy you anymore. I'm like, I'm not going to drink them all that fast. And then they're gone in 2 days, you know. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention all my favorite players on sports teams all time. So I'll go back to that. Sorry, this is probably boring, but just want to share my favorite things. My favorite Browns player of all time is Joe Hayden. He was the first jersey I ever got at an orange 23 Browns Joe Hayden. It's like my favorite jersey I've ever owned too. Guardians is one I always struggle with, but it's between Lindor and Jose Ramirez. I guess I could probably say Jose now because I've watched him play more than I did Lindor when I first started watching baseball, so probably Jose. But I always remember Lindor and all he did for Cleveland. He was stud. But speaking of, in that trade, I think it was that was the Corey Kluber, another one of my favorite. We traded for Clase. Just got the news that he's been gambling. So just disappointing even more when the Guardians are actually on a run. He does something stupid like that. Of course he does. It's what you get being a Cleveland fan, you know. It sucks. The Cavs, my favorite all-time Cavs player. Come on. Do I have to say it, bro? LeBron James, the freaking GOAT. Oh my bad, I just gotta pop up on ESPN. Deion Sanders gonna get something treated. I don't know. Whatever. Deion Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, Browns, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year because we got Shedeur. That was a joke. We're going to suck. Quinshon Judkins, I thought you were good, man. Why would you do that? Yeah. See, it's just disappointing. My teams have chances of being good, and they do stupid stuff. That's what happens. Yeah. But, my podcast is called The Insane Man with a Simple Dream podcast. Once again, that dream is not that simple, but I've wanted to be a sports broadcaster for a long time now. I want to work for so many companies at the same time. My boy Pat McAfee does that a lot. I have his action figure somewhere. Let me see if I can find it while we're here. Yeah, I can. It's right here. Mr. Pat McAfee. I was just sitting there. Big fan of his. I have his jersey too. I'll probably wear it sometime while I'm here. But I think I guess my favorite foods. This is also just a get to know me, I guess. My favorite foods, pizza was always up there. Mac and cheese and chicken tenders. That's like my three favorite things. That's the only thing I would, I would eat for a long time. Now I eat like fish and stuff. Like I could not eat that like 3 years ago, but I've kind of transitioned as a human being, I guess. But we are moving along here. The podcast has been going well. I think I want to thank everybody for all the messages you send about it, letting me know I'm doing a good job. And it's probably boring for you, but I appreciate the people who watch. Once again, my family, they're always watching it. And my cousin told me he watches it, he watched the whole thing, like the last episode. It was like an hour. I'm like, dude, thanks. Like, how could you, this episode's not even that long. I'm at 24 minutes, or I guess almost 25. But, it's been fun. I'm probably not going to be making too much new episodes because, I'll be busy the next few weeks. My birthday, SummerSlam's coming up. I'm going to a concert too, the day of SummerSlam. It's gonna be busy. Once school starts back up, I won't be able to post as much just because I'm freer in the summer, but I'll still try. But where we're at right now, I'm happy. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't start this earlier because I could have had so many more episodes, but I'll start thinking of more episodes on what to do. I want to thank Mr. once again for being my first guest here. I thought she was the perfect guest. I thought it went really smooth, too. I'm really happy with how it went. I kind of rambled this episode. I'm sorry. But, yeah, thanks again for all the support. It's been, the message was that Deion Sanders was cancer-free. Sorry, I'm getting these as we talk, but, yeah, thanks for all this continued support. It's the reason I do this, because you guys, it's fun for me, too. I can just talk and talk and talk and talk. That's what I like to do is talk, as you can hear. But, yeah, I don't really know what the next episode's going to be about, but I'll figure it out. I'll probably end this now. Luckily, it's not that long for you, but, yeah, thanks for always tuning in and everything. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.